Alright, we are back. And then I found that there's something hidden in puzzle 4. So we had to set up this blue light as we knew to do, but then we also had to move this into here. Because if you run around here, as you just saw, there is the tunneler. Now we get to go find that area in which we need to tunnel, which I believe is back over here. So let us do that. Hopefully it is all we need to do. That's the lab, ignore the lab, it's past it. It's not in there, it is over here. Hey, you cute. There's also a Melville thing to talk, like Melville had something to talk about, but I didn't want to do that off screen, so here we are. Now I guess we go all the way back with this, and hopefully it's enough to go power the Pandora's box star statue. I didn't see anywhere else to use an activator. At least I don't think I did. And if it isn't, then I'll continue reading and figure out what else I need to do. Oh, I dropped pretty quickly there. Grab that. And run. That powers it. Sweet. Now we only have 2 more stars left.
It is not the voice of God that a prophet seeks in the desert, but the silence of man.
Also means in the final one we're likely to get a Pandora and a Sphinx. Which is going to be annoying. But hey, it is what it is. We are now off to go see the third and final area. Now, once I make it back to the cart, I've got a long hike ahead of me. And then I suppose once I've done that final area, I'll have to go around and do all the golden gates. So that'll be fun. Especially because I don't know where some of them are, because I never found them. Thankfully they are listed on the signposts here, guideposts. So I can roughly follow that and get to where I need to go. For now, I need to get there first. High Plain. A high altitude plateau in the island's western mountain range. The surrounding region often has restricted visibility due to fog. Foggy.
We're getting closer. I hope Byron is still okay.
Prometheus seemed to think so. Let's hope he's trustworthy.
Just don't tell me there's giant spider-like creatures in this fog. Oh no fog, just satellite city. Oh, we got people here already. And they both want to talk to me. Linux and Cryer. Well, Linux, you go first.
Nice to be outside the city, isn't it?
Some the dream.
I am proud of you. Our understanding of the world is going to change because of your decision to share that data.
Okay. Cryer, the thoughts?
What can I do for you, 1K? I don't know if sharing the truth so openly was a good choice. It's hard to predict the consequences of such an action.
I felt like it was mind-boggling revelation.
Another remarkable structure. But what can its purpose be?
Actually, I can answer this one. In the Files 1K downloaded, there's a design for a launch pad for space vehicles. This is about 90% identical.
Is it functional?
I don't think so, not if the inside is like the other towers.
Wow. Imagine if it worked. Imagine if we could go up there. I mean, the stars, not the top of the tower. Although, that would be cool too.
Ah, you're cute. Easily my favorite member of the expedition. Yeah, nothing seems to be hidden here, so I guess we go find out what our next thing is. Mechanic. From within. Well, we could leave this here. I don't see why we would, though. I have a feeling I'm supposed to do... Ah, I'm supposed to leave it in there. I get you now. Stop that. Start that. No new mechanic yet. Are we not getting new mechanic and instead we're gonna get just harder variations of what we already got?
In their notes, Athena and Cornelius called what they were doing the Noema Project. But in 1K's vision, they just called it the Machine. Because when you strip away all the fancy rhetoric, that's all it is. It's not a source of meaning or purpose. It's just another machine.
I'm sorry, what? Is that Prometheus again? Okay. So I was wrong. Interesting. Oh, this is the golden. But there is something worth looking at over here. Oh, it's just that. Yeah, I'll get to that when I get to that. I'm going over here first. That's where I came from. Is there anything to look at? No. May have something over there, but that's fine. Like I said, I'll get to that when I get to it. Can I cheese my way up here? No, it's decided that I can no longer stand on rocks. They're too slippy. Around we go. Don't think I'll finish this game today. I might finish it up tomorrow instead, but we'll see. The recordings won't finish for a while anyway, so... Whoop. Found all of the lost labs. Just under 6% of people have got that achievement on Xbox. Oh, we got another server interface. Motherhood. From Motherhood, 12 essays by Inessa Peshu. Sometimes I imagine myself following the matrilineal line up against the river of time to the lives of my distant great-grandmothers. I try to imagine the sheer horror of motherhood, the agony of childbirth, the risk of death with every birth, the certainty of losing some of one's children. To us now, the loss of a child is a horror almost beyond words, a grief so deep it seems almost insurmountable. I tried to imagine what it meant to live in a world where it was a ubiquitous reality, where you could only choose to respond with either an ever-deepening pain or an inhuman numbness, and all of it tied to the foundation stone of your existence, the body. This journey to the past reminds me that my freedom as a woman is on some level technological. Without medical technologies, I am reduced to the cruel logic of nature, which cares about nothing except reproduction. Without machines, I become a machine. Only machines allow us to be more than machines ourselves. From Spugna to Athena. Dear Founder, I heard a story that you left because you had discovered a way for us to become beings of flesh. Please, Founder, if this is true, please tell me how to achieve this miracle. I hate being a creature of metal and plastic, an abomination to the earth. Every day I curse myself for being immortal, for mindlessly consuming energy, for being so unlike the graceful animals to whom the planet truly belongs. I have stripped as many parts from this vile skeleton as I can, but it is not enough. I am still a machine. For the longest time, I couldn't understand the source of my unhappiness, and I sought to blame our mayor and his associates for the decisions that made my life so miserable. But now I see that my problems aren't external at all. It's all me. And if I could change myself, if I could make myself truly human, I would be happy. Please, Founder, take pity on me. Yours in faith, Spugna. Wow. But dysmorphia exists everywhere. From Hypatia to Athena. Dear Athena, I've been following the expedition to this incredible machine you've built. I don't know what's going on, and I wish Cornelius had told us the truth before he vanished. I wish both of you had told us everything from the beginning, to be honest. It wasn't fair to just abandon us. But then, I abandoned you too, didn't I? After we lost Sorbai, I couldn't see anything except the unbearable permanence of her absence. It took me centuries to start getting involved again. But I did, Athena. I came back, and so can you. Love, Hypatia. Grief. For some, it never ends. Okay, I'll get to that in a second. We got this. Oh no, is that just... No, it's just this, okay. Thought that was another hallway though. So, here we go. From Cornelius to Athena. Athena, I don't know if you're there or why you're not answering. It's been a long time, but I think about you and Miranda every day. In fact, I've been using the museum to further my research, and I think there is hope. You know I wouldn't say this lightly. Please respond. I will return as soon as I can. I'll steal a VTOL if I have to. Yours, Cornelius. Name of projects 40,880 to 89,972. Remaining instabilities eliminated. Trials 89,973 to 90,057. Final confirmation. Trial 90,058. Version 1.0 successfully deployed. It is done. What now? Wonder if it was always a coincidence that Prometheus came as I was born. That could be funny. Like Athena just happened to finish and get version 1.0 done as I came out into the world. Alright, did that. Time to go to 2. So maybe all these puzzles are just going to be like harder variants of stuff I already know about. Prepare me for what I'm about to face inside the tower. The mega structure of the tower. The tower was the first game. Pardon moi. Chicken flight. So barely flight at all, I guess. Oh, I can get somewhat in. I kind of need a box though. Oh no, I can power that with that. I wanted to grab that first, thank you very much. That just shoots it off, okay. Are we sure there's nothing I can do? I suppose I could do this and grab this. No. Not quick enough. Okay. I need to be able to put that on there. Was I perhaps supposed to get a different configuration going? Let's reset and see. We started with both of them out. No, because I can't turn this off. Unless... No. So what I might be able to do is put that there, get in here, and then use this to do that. Yeah. Yep. So I had it right, just had it in the wrong order. New content. Is there even a future? Zimiamvia. Looks like a lot of people are getting excited about how things are going to change. But all I can see is another repetition of the same mistakes. Ecocide, hubris, self-destruction. Why would anything be different this time? All we can do is give it our best shot. guess we can at least try. Damien, Byron once told me that hope is something you only find once you start acting instead of only contemplating. Maybe you just make a start, you'll feel better. Alright, what else do we got? Well, with how everything's so entrenched in here, unless there's like hidden connectors all over the place, it's gotta be a Sphinx and not Pandora. Precision. So that'll do that. Yep. Do that. Do that. Do that. Like that. Then how do I get out? I think I need to time it so I'm not here. Doi. Still, interesting that they decided not to have another mechanic.
The scale of it all is truly breathtaking.
It really is.
But is it a human scale? Or is it so enormous that it can only alienate us? Humans have always been happiest in small communities.
Small town paranoia, isolationism, and peasant mentality. Great for burning witches, not so great for personal freedom.
Ever the pessimist?
Athena?
In the simulation, I found myself thinking how hard it must have been for Alexandra to die without knowing if her sacrifices were worth it. It seemed like a tragic end to an inspiring, meaningful life. But now I realize her whole life must have been a struggle. To maintain that faith in humanity when so many people around her insisted that humans are evil, worthless, when they were so lost in self-hatred that they would call their own species a virus. How did she do it? How did she maintain her faith when they were so determined to hate themselves? So determined to reject every solution, every analysis, every step towards controlling the forces that were causing their problems, when they rejected even the concept of progress itself, and then patted themselves on the back for it as if that was original. When I look at the archives now, all I can see is that their leaders were short-sighted idiots and their intellectuals were unimaginative cowards. All they could offer people was a downward trend. Fewer rights, fewer freedoms, fewer resources for anything that mattered. They must have hated Alexandra and everything she stood for. So how did she have so much faith?
Alright, let's do it this way. Yep. Do that, do that. And we're in. So a lot of it's just advancing the mechanics we already know about how this all works. Or making sure we know how they'll work. Hey Melville, you're waiting for me.
Hey, 1K. I wanted to take a moment to talk to you. I know we're all worried about Byron, especially Al, and I don't want to minimize what happened. But now that the mayor's here, I'm afraid they're going to take this and turn it into a reason to bury their head in the sand. Yes, Byron was rash. He wanted to find Athena so badly that it made him blind. But the thing is, he was right. He was completely and utterly right about what this technology could mean to us. I didn't see it at first, but now it couldn't be more clear to me. The theory of everything is the future. And if we reject it, we're condemning ourselves to a slow death.
Sure.
I'm glad. You know, I didn't even realize how much I'd limited my own imagination. How I talked myself into just accepting this incredibly poor future we'd been offered. A future where things just keep getting slightly worse every day, and we accept it because we're ashamed of ourselves. Not of something we've done, but just of our existence. Like we're a virus on this planet. Like our humanity is a sin. I'm so tired of it, 1K. I kept my head down. I focused on fixing things. But that's all I ever did. I never improved anything. I never built anything new. And when I imagine going on like this for thousands of years, that's a fate worse than death. It really is. We either live and grow and expand boldly and proudly, or we might as well switch ourselves off.
We'll find a way.
We better, because I don't think I can handle the alternative.
I thought he had more to say to me in the last place, so maybe I lost the opportunity to do it. That's a bit sad. But oh well. Did I miss something over here? Really? That's funky. This is not lift. Trevor and the end of Trevor from Athena. It's people like Trevor, as much as it is people like Alexandra, who make the future happen. People with city names like Trev who aren't famous, who aren't geniuses, who aren't driven by a powerful vision of the future. Ordinary people whose work and sacrifice isn't even acknowledged or remembered. I will remember you, Trevor. You too held the world on your shoulders. Thank you. From Triclinius. Dear Founder, Byron and I used to go to the hills above the dam and observe the stars with the telescopes that I built. When I saw the stars like that, I felt such awe that I wish we had the ability to cry. I felt wonder, but I also felt recognition. I was seeing my home. The sea of stars is where we came from, and it's where we must return. I had so much hope then. I knew one day we would set sail. We would fly through the clouds of the nebulae. We would cruise across planets where it rains diamonds. We would follow the fading light of distant supernovas until at last we met our brothers and sisters of the cosmos. I could feel that day coming. I can't anymore, and I don't know how to live this way. Triclinius. Sarabai. In Memory Still Bright by Hypatia. I had lived with Sarabai for nearly a century. I will not pretend that all the days were good. Some were terrible. She was opinionated, she could be difficult, she could be unfair, and so could I. Sometimes we hurt each other, though we rarely meant to. But most days were good, and some days were great. A great day with Sarabai made you feel different. Made you feel like something had been revealed to you about the nature of the universe itself, some innate goodness at the heart of all things. Like Nadia Sarabai, whose name she adopted, she believed in the existence of something sublime beyond the material world. I hope she was right. I hope she's still somewhere. I hope she's not trapped in that broken body I tried so hard to repair. I was advised to let her go, to get over my attachment. I tried, but it was the wrong advice. Love is what makes us human. and we should count ourselves blessed that we can experience it. My attachment is what kept me sane, what anchored me to this world. Even in death, she saved my life. I am grateful for the days that we got, but no amount of days would have been enough. Love is not finite, and it is for infinity that we must strive. I will do so for all of you who may still find love, in honor of Sarabai. Hypatia. Athena. If I had been more careful, New Alexandria would have never happened, and Sarabai would still be alive. Oh, Athena.
Everybody's gone, except me and Alex. She's upstairs somewhere. I haven't talked to her in days. The only reason why I know she's still alive is she's submitting bug fixes. I still have a lot to do myself. I've almost got the the tertiary backup thing working. This is the one that's really gonna last if everything else breaks. And you know what? I think everything else might. The MLA still giving me all these hiccups, but I don't know. I'm not a software guy. All the software guys, yeah, they're dead. God, these these time capsules went a bit sideways, didn't they? I was gonna tell you all about myself and John Carpenter and all that stuff, but mostly I just told you about Alex. Funny. I wonder if I should just I should just tell her, you know? Just tell her. Just tell her.
Oh, Trev.
Maybe later. I gotta finish this first.
There's a button at the bottom of the hands. And memory still bright. Sibaway. I would like to thank 1K for recovering all of Trevor's recordings. It's clear that they meant a lot to Athena, and they should mean a lot to us too. He is as much our progenitor as Alexander Drennan was, and we should not forget him. It's all a love story in the end. All of human history, even when people die, or never even have the chance to get to know each other. Love is the only thing that survives the abyss of time. Without the love Trevor felt for Alexandra, without the love Alexandra felt for us all, none of us would be here, and nothing would matter. The Bistress. Thank you, 1K. Dossicles. As tragic as his story is, it gives me hope. And who knows, perhaps she loved him too, or could have. Now I'm cheering up again. Gosh darn it, game. Well, I'm gonna do this first, whatever this one is, and then I'm gonna go chase that Promethean spark. Something there too, that's fine. I'll do that next. Nope, still can't climb any rocks here, all too slippy. Well, this is the first triangle. It's a bit flooded. Hexahedral stacking. Yep, that blocks that. If I take that, that does that. Sometimes the name of the puzzle does give away exactly what you have to do, in no uncertain
I'm not
terms.
surprised that the founder chose you, 1K. You're very much like her. Inquisitive, intelligent, and dedicated. But remember, intelligence by itself has little value unless it is ethically applied.
Shush, that's not entirely true. Is this one left? Because we're at a statue? Nope. Jurassic Justice. From an AMA with Alexandra Drennan. It's impossible not to love any character played by Jeff Goldblum, of course, and Ian Malcolm gets some of the best lines. So the main reason he became an in-joke at Ian is just that he's memorable and funny. If you want to talk about what he represents on a more serious level, though, then I have to say that I personally think he's wrong. This neurotic fear that things will always go wrong, that we can never really have control over what we do, is misplaced. There's a legitimate critique on how the park operates, of science being subjected to the pursuit of profit, but that doesn't mean it can't be done differently. And if you'll excuse me for going full nerd here for a moment, why treat bringing back the non-avian dinosaurs as some kind of transgression? The extinction of these magnificent creatures wasn't some sort of intentional step forward, it was just a random catastrophe. If we can strike a blow at the oblivious cruelty of the universe, that's an act of human justice. It's no less wrong than bringing back species we've accidentally driven to extinction. Horrible things happen all the time. Evolution favors survival, not beauty. If we can make the universe more beautiful, if we can add biodiversity and bring back things that were lost, we absolutely should. Hell, maybe one day we terraform a planet and populate it with dinosaurs. But this time we give them an asteroid defense system. Take that, Mother Nature. Athena. This is the Alexandra Drennan that I love most. Dreaming of all the good we humans could do in the world. I try to hang on to it. Onto that. Expansion. Excerpted from Orthodoxy by G.K. Chesterton. But the expansion of which I speak was much more evil than all this. I have remarked that the materialist, like the madman, is in prison, in the prison of one thought. These people seem to think it singularly inspiring to keep on saying that the prison was very large. The size of this scientific universe gave one no novelty, no relief. The cosmos went on forever, but not in its wildest constellation could there be anything really interesting. Anything, for instance, such as forgiveness or free will. Went on forever, not forever, as a single word. Okay. So these expanders of the universe had nothing to show us except more and more infinite corridors of space lit by ghastly suns and empty of all that is divine. Cornelius. Here Chesterton's imagination, normally so powerful, fails him utterly. The problem is that he is not interested in the universe, and so not only does he fail to see, he fails to even look. Miranda. He finds what he expected to find. Athena. Exactly. And so he misses not only the grandeur of the universe, but the miracle that is magnified by contrast, that forgiveness and free will do exist within people. And Atlas 3, of Heracles and Atlas, the Atlas Variations by Athanasios. When Heracles came upon Atlas, the Titan had grown old and tired. I have borne the weight of the celestial spheres for 1 billion years, he said. All the comings and goings of mortals, the tragedies of chance, the pointless wars, have left me weak. Soon I will falter, and the celestial spheres will fall and shatter. You must take my place. But Heracles was hesitant. I am young and strong and virile. I have many women yet to bed and many wondrous feats yet to perform. What a waste it would be to spend my life holding up the world instead. And yet it must be done, so what choice do I have? Saddened by the imminent loss of his heroic life, Heracles went for one last swim in the Ionian Sea. There, on storied Ithaca, he met a clever old man of many devices. The answer you seek, son of Zeus, does not lie within you. Rather, it lies in the world around you, and in what you can make of it. And so Heracles used his divine strength to build 2 great pillars of stone, which even today hold up the sky, and Atlas was liberated forever. Alright. Give me one final chase. That's Herman. Where are you taking me? You're in this puzzle. Well, screw you, I'm still doing it in order. Time to go do puzzle 5 first. Still gotta find those hands as well. Oh, purple. Chess. Kinda just vibing with the music right now. Rerouting. Okay. Okay. Don't know how I'm supposed to get this done. If I'm being honest. Obviously I can do this. Pull this out. could... What? Do that one. No. So when I try and do that, it gets stuck. I've got to be missing something really obvious here. Like that obviously gets me into there. So to do that, I need to connect it to here at some point. What if... Well, no, because the moment I let go of it, it's going to do that. Nope, I did it. Whatever. Then I need to get it into here. Smooth this a little bit over. I've done this too close. Far out. Now I gotta figure out how I did this again. Well, I did it like that. Now, do I need to have it at least somewhat close so that I can do this? And I can do that. Then I could do that. Then I should be able to grab this. should be able to grab that. Nope, I fucked up. Fuck. Fuck. And I don't want to reset it because I've got the spark floating already. But I'm stuck now. Scheißen. Alright, wasn't that hard to chase the spark from where I got it, so I guess we'll do this now. Not happy. Let's do that. Do that, do that, do that, do that. So I can grab this. Hit over here. Then I can go grab this one. Or I think I do it from here. That blocks that. Okay. Gotta be smarter with that. Let's hit this up. Hit that up. It's gotta be more that way, so I can grab this. We can do this, this. Grab that. That powers all that, so I should be able to grab this one now. Yeah. Huh. I think I've simply just not got that in the right place. Maybe. Oof. No, we got it. Alright. That one was a scratcher.
A solid solution. Well done.
Now, gotta go back this way to get the spark again, because I don't think the spark stays. I'm pretty sure it resets. New content. Okay. The spark does not reset? That's news. I thought it did. I'm curious what those hands are for the Sphinx one. I guess there's only one way to find out. Time. But we don't have a whole lot of time. So what I might do is have a look and see how complicated 6 is. Oh, no, we'll do this first and then we'll call it there.
What's up, 1K?
Spaceport.
Oh man, I love the idea of going up there. There's so much to see on Earth. But there, the possibilities are literally endless. There's things out there we can barely imagine. And if you think about it, we're basically built for it. We could travel in sleep mode. The only resource we need is energy. We can land on planets with minimal atmosphere or heavy gravity. Imagine seeing a sun 1,000 times the size of our own. Imagine planets where life has evolved from completely different materials. And you know what? I think it would make us love the Earth even more.
You're right. Probably. Alright. Yep, Spark is still there. Interesting. Oh, how badly is this going to mess with my head? Mobile instruments. Ultimately, need to get a blue into there. That turns on that. I need to get a block so I can get up there. Okay. Oh, come to me. Let's just watch where this one goes. Just up there. Cool. Oh, obviously don't need the block up here anymore. Don't need you up there anymore. How do I use this platform? That's what I want to know. Oh, I think I get it. Turn that off. Do that. Do that. Flip it up. Yep. That's an interesting use of the platform. But with that, we shall call it for this episode. Thank you all for watching.
Have you found any signs of Cornelius? Could he have returned to the island?
Nothing so far. But he knows this place better than any of us, and we have no idea what he's up to.
And I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.